Hey, what's up everybody? Cloudchord here on behalf of Open Channels, my new education platform. So check this out. Today we're going to be focusing on racks and devices for acoustic instruments. I'm going to mostly be playing guitar, but this will apply to anything with strings. You could even throw this on some violins, some cellos, mandolins, ukuleles, all kinds of stuff. So let's dig in. This is kind of my usual format where I've got a whole rack of devices set for you with some presets that'll allow you to just make dope sounds really quickly and be highly competitive with much more expensive stuff on the market. All right, so let's dig in. So first of all, what I want to address is that this is low latency. So my buffer size is only 128 right now, so that's pretty low. I tend to, when I'm recording, do 128 or 256. Occasionally I'll do 64, but I don't really find it necessary. So if you look here, 2.9 milliseconds of latency, that's nothing. So let me just play through just raw and off the cuff. This is just a little simple Shure condenser mic, nothing too fancy, because I really want this video to be focused on post-processing and not necessarily the art of the recording itself. So the first thing I want to do is play with just my guitar through the mic, no processing at all, and then we're going to do Waves CLA, the Acoustic CLA for guitars, and then we're going to do my amp right in a row. So nothing, waves, and then the device that is part of this video. Here we go. So you hear the difference between no processing, the waves, and then me, right? So I feel like mine is pretty close to the waves, and what I wanted to do was offer some extra sounds so that you could just have some really strong functional sounds and then some cool experimental stuff. So to be the musical example, I am playing the acoustic guitar stems from my song Tulips, which was a collab with the amazing drummer and producer Ian Ewing, and you can check a link for that tune up there. Yeah, Cloudchord and Ian Ewing, Tulips. All right, so let's play just this main chord part here. Sounds like this, and we'll do just the clean and dry setting. So that's the super functional one, not too much reverb, not too much space. Then we go to the second preset, clean and verb. Same idea, just a little more space. So that reverb sound is controlled by these macros, verb amount and verb size, and that is connected to this device right here, which is just the standard reverb, not even the hybrid reverb, just a standard reverb inside Ableton Live, and the amount is mapped to the dry wet and the size is mapped to the size. All right, let's keep going through these. Next one, Lo-Fi Girl, check it out. All right, so the tricks in that one are that I roll off the highs. You see I got an EQ here, and this highs, you can just roll it off. And then I turned the compression all the way up, so the threshold's lower, the makeup is hotter, so it's just really crushing it. So we roll off the highs, really crush it on the compression, and then this handy lo-fi macro is connected to this little device here. This is an LFO tool, which is mapped to the amount of a chorus. So check this out. So it's reacting to your actual playing. So like the harder you hit it, the more you're going to get some wobbles. So pretty cool there. Like, let's crank that all the way. Pretty cool, huh? So that is the lo-fi setting. Let's keep going here. Wide. That one's just a classic trick. I just took a delay, unlinked the left and right, put one side all the way to as close to 0 as possible, 1 millisecond, and the second one you do between 10 and 20 milliseconds. Turn off the filter, turn down the feedback, turn it all the way up. You got yourself a super wide guitar thanks to the Haas effect. If you don't know about the Haas effect, H-A-A-S, it's a trick to get things wide. Look it up. All right, next one we got double trouble. What's going on here? So that is using our Widener again, and then just using a little bit of chorus. Not the lo-fi chorus, just another use of chorus. It's just the classic chorus. I should note that the lo-fi chorus is using the vibrato setting on the chorus, and then our regular chorus is using the classic. That's the cool thing about the Ableton chorus is these different settings right here give you some really different functions for the same device. Dope. All right, Second Life. What's this sound like? Cool. That is using this blur verb, which is the hybrid reverb. And you can see this is just early reflections. It's giving us a nice doubling. Cool, cool. Next one, Desert Cowboy. I've heard this sound in like some spaghetti western kind of stuff, and it's like what it is it's super compressed, not a lot of mids, and not even a lot of, hardly any verb, if any. Like you see, there's no tail when I stop it. So that's a cool like desert spaghetti western thing for like the background. All right, ambience. That's cool. Let's throw that one on this second guitar and see how that sounds. Yeah. That's nice for those. Dig that. All right, let's keep going. Tickles. So I should also note that the ambience, what is that using? That is using this space echo macro, which you'll notice that on this one I was kind enough to name all the devices the same as the macro that they're mapped to. So that's cool. So space echo over here is another version of hybrid reverb. It's just the high wet on this guy. It also just turns it off. Most of these devices turn off when you're not using them, and that is in the macro section. Quick way to do that, if you look over here, you'll see that, like, for example, the space echo, I have it device on figure 1 and device off on 127. Basically that means when it's at 0, it turns off. You can see that. And then as soon as I turn it to 1, it turns on. Great way to have a ton of devices but save on CPU power so they're not all on and just waiting to fire. Tickles. Oh yeah, that's some grain delay. So that uses the crystal macro here. You can see the crystal device. This is just grain delay, pitched up by an octave, a little bit of feedback, a little bit of dry wet. Pretty cool. All right, trails. That is longer decay on those crystals and some phaser, some Widener. Thus the name Trails. And last but not least, I got to do this in every video. The old phone EQ. Pretty dope, huh? So I just wanted to do one more trick for today because this is something I do in all my songs. Do you know that on the Ableton push there's this button called convert? If I hit convert, it's going to ask me convert chords to, and it says simpler drum pad, harmony MIDI, melody, drums. I'm going to convert it to simpler. What does that do? Well, check it out. It creates a brand new track that is that clip, and it keeps all the devices on it. The reason why I'm telling you this is because a cool thing to do with your acoustic parts, convert them to a simpler track, and then you could go in and maybe let's say let's warp it, and then let's slice right now. How about by beat? And we'll just do it by quarters. And now I have pretty cool, huh? So you can now you have chops, and now you can use one of these presets. How about we'll use Lofi Girl. Yeah, so one thing you may find is down here on your simpler, how about pull in your fade in a little bit, get rid of those clicks on the top and tails. Yeah. I just made this lo-fi tune into a deep house tune. Cool. Appreciate all of you watching this. Drop me a comment. Let me know how this device worked out for you. Super psyched to give you guys more in the near future. Like and subscribe, notifications, yada yada. Cheers. Boom.